Does anyone else feel 40k, like it's good, but there's something you can't put your finger on, which feels a bit off? And you don't know what it is, and every time you try and explain it to someone, you don't quite get it out right. And a lot of the changes that you see, you're happy with and you like and all this kind of stuff, and a lot of things that happen are great, but it just feels good but slightly off. I do play different games. I played Horus Heresy only the other day, and I play a lot of other games. I used to only play 40k, and I only wanted to play 40k. And now I play many different game systems. And the reason I play those other game systems is because of 40k. I do want to, clarify something here. I enjoy playing 40k. I like going to the tournaments, and when I'm playing the games, I enjoy the games. To really clarify something, this is not a shitting on 40k, shitting on GW moment. I play Old World. An Old World is a very, very defined world. So it's not a case of all the mystery being gone. And yet when I play Old World and I interact with Old World on a lore setting, rule setting, on a model setting, all these different layers, it just feels right. I don't have that same splinter in the mind. So that's a game that's within the GW bubble. I have zero negative feelings about. Like literally zero. Even when Empire Infantry weren't very good. Because the game felt right, I could overlook all of the flaws, and all that kind of stuff. And it didn't feel fucked up. And this is why it sort of comes back to this burnout thing. Is the splinter in the mind burnout? If I played Old World as much as I play 40k, would I start feeling that same way? Solid maybe. I really hate losing games of 40k, but I'll go into a game of Old World and happily lose every single one and not care. As nerds, we're not robots, but we tend to be more sort of logically focused and sort of analytically focused. We tend to use words like think, then feel. You think with your head, you feel with your heart kind of thing. And so when, I bring up a topic like this, the natural reaction from so many people, to almost try and explain, because we want to find the answers. I think that's almost the wrong way of approaching this. Because I like 40k, I really do. I really enjoy playing it. And I think the balance updates are something that I've wanted for years. Maybe it's just the weird feeling that kind of got what I wanted. I feel like 40k is fine. I'm not that bothered about playing it right now. Like, I'll play it for events and stuff, but I look forward to playing other games like Old World and stuff a little bit more. I think it might be an element of burnout. And it doesn't necessarily mean burned out on the game, on playing the game too much or too many changes or anything, but burned out on this edition of 10th edition. I go through ups and downs with 40k. I really do. And I don't want anyone getting the wrong end of the stick. I'm painting 40k/30k models like right now. Very much plan to continue playing 40k into the future. This was not a shitting on GW bit. This was not a fuck 40k, I'm out kind of thing. Nothing like that. It was just a, hey guys, do you guys feel like the same way about this? Or is it just me? There's always seems to be a but with 40k. Oh, I like that new release, but. I like that new model, but. I like that rule change, but. I don't seem to get the same but from other games. 40k is tight rules-wise. Good game. No flavor person 9. Nothing makes it unique. Yeah. I think that's a good way of putting it, Mad Larkin. Russell, you've also been around long enough that you see the new edition is on the horizon, so it's only natural to start mentally preparing for that by doing less of the previous. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm kind of already, like, if I'm going to be... Okay, that's actually... Russell W., that's a really, 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 really good point. I'm ready for 11th edition. I feel like I've completed 10th edition. I've taken nearly every meme list. I haven't taken all cavalry or all ogrin, but that's about it. We know mech guard is the best way of running guard right now. I know whenever I play into any army, I kind of know the tactics I'm going to have to deal with it. Got my standard playbook. Know my tools, my toolbox, all this kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just a case of 40k completed it. Maybe that's it. I think for me personally, there's a reason I'm looking to so many other games. Because it's just like... I've completed 40k, boys. That's it's a very good point, Russ W. I feel like, I've done enough of 10th edition now. Because, when people say, that's why I sort of moved away from the whole changes thing. If 11th edition got announced tomorrow, I'd be super excited for it. Sounds crazy, but I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, 11th edition, yeah. And I'd almost want it to be a big change. Which I know sounds crazy, but I'd almost want it to be a big change. It's not the pace of change which is ever really a problem for me. I think I've just played too much 10th edition. 10th edition has been really, really intense. Basically for 2 years, it's just been like no-lifing this one game. Just non-stop 40k. Just go, 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 go. Here's a change, update your army. Here's a change, update the army. Here's a change, meta shifts. Change this, try this list, try this list. Just go, go, go. It's just been like, it's been a really relentless pace. But because you know, we've all kind of been locked in, we've been keeping up with that. We've been like running along with the change, and we've been enjoying the change. Like, oh, sick! Look at this new unit. Oh my god, this update to Necrons. Now they're the new meta unit, new meta army. Ah, Death Guard are fucking going everywhere. Ah, Imperial Knights are resurgent. Oh my god, our Emperor Children going to change the meta. You know, there's been loads of change and excitement and all this kind of stuff, and it's been great. I've really enjoyed 10th edition. 10th edition, I will look back on 10th edition very fondly. Even with everything that's been lost, even with Strachan going away. But I think I've just got to that point now where it's been like 2 years of just been locked into this game. I'm just like, and is there anything really new for me to explore at this point? So when you've played a video game, right, it feels like you've sort of completed the main storyline. But there's just a few of those like achievements you have to go back to go and do. It's like when I played Halo back in the day, like whether it's on 360 or on PC, the first time you play through the missions, focus on the missions and what was happening around you and just taking it all in. You know, after you've done that a few times, you end up going back and you're like, okay, well, have I got the skull for this mission? All right, I'll just go and grab the skull. All right, and then I'll just complete the mission for the sake of it, kind of thing. I think that's kind of where I am with 10th edition. I've really, really enjoyed it, but I don't see much that's particularly fresh and interesting on the horizon. This last year of the edition just feels like it's just going to be getting loads of different Space Marine codexes. Woo! The last year of 10th. We're going to get we're going to get Space Marine Codex 2.0, or we're going to get like just one after the other Space Marine chapter codexes with very occasionally something else thrown in. I think they've really, really streamlined the game, but I do think a huge amount of flavor has been lost from the game. It's interesting. I think GW could fix this. Imagine if they just released like 2 or 3 extra detachments for every army for free online. That's why I think I was so excited about Militia, because Militia was like I got to play a bunch of new guard rules, and I really liked it. The one thing that could turn me round to Horus Heresy 3.0 if the Militia, Imperial House Militia rules are really, really good. The problem I think I'm going to have is that I think they're going to take all of the current 40k stuff for Militia and just port it into Horus Heresy, and that is kind of a mistake because I can just play, if I want to play Guard, I'll just play Guard. I have a feeling 11th is going to be a full reset like 10th was. I think 11th edition, 10th edition was the addition of loss, and it was the addition of streamlining, and it was the addition of resetting a lot of things in a lot of ways. I really think 11th edition, you know, they got rid of a lot of Forge World stuff. They freed up a lot of production capacity and everything. I really think that 11th edition needs to be, okay, we've tidied up now. 11th edition needs to be bold. It needs to be beautiful. Every release needs to be not like one character in a codex. I'm talking like every release needs to be the same size as like the Votan release and stuff that we're getting. Do you know what I mean? Like 6, 7 units. We're filling the gaps in. Like, here's 2 new guard tanks, another 2, 3 guard regiments, some crazy fucking other unit that you had no idea, like cybernetic fucking dog soldiers, fucking commando servitors. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need some whack. They need 11. I think that's the thing. Why am I so excited about Conflict 47? Because it's fucking crazy and it's wacky and it's like, look at these territories. Look at this. This is fucking nuts. Look at this. This is fucking nuts. Whereas whenever something comes out in 10th edition right now, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like same shit, different day. I kind of want 11th edition to be like, let's go a bit fucking wacky. Let's not just release, oh, it's another guard tank and another, squad of generic infantry and another generic infantry gun. Let's be like, combat fucking servitor fucking cyborg, just fucking cray. Just fucking push the envelope a little bit. Stop playing it so safe. You know, Gene, like, I know it sounds kind of fucking edgy. It's edgy as fuck. But, you know, Gene Stealer Cult lean into the fucking, like, mad freedom fighter vibe. You should have dudes running into combat blowing themselves up. That's what Gene Stealer Cult should be doing. And I know they'll never do it. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Mordian, you can't say that. They need to push the fucking envelope a little bit. 40k has become a little bit safe. And you might say, oh, that's crazy. Look at Emperor's Children. Yeah, look at Emperor's Children. You got a pink tactical marine that attacks people in combat, a pink tactical marine that shoots people, and you've got a fucking elite melee guy with a cone for a head. I can point to a dozen other factions that have units that are basically the same thing. It's not that the crazy has gotten Wolf. I thought that as well. The crazy got normal. I don't think that's the case though. It's like, oh look, we've got a new character for Death Guard. What does he do? Oh, he's like a Death Guard dude. Look at him. He's all like bloated and stuff. Yeah, but what does he do? What makes him different to the 7 other Death Guard characters I can pick from? Oh look, we've got this new like 8-bound guy. He's like the leader of the 8-bound. So he's just a slightly bigger 8-bound then. And what is the 8-bound? The 8-bound, oh, well, they're like an elite melee unit. Okay, but so's everything else. And Saturnine isn't it. Light bulb moment, guys. Light bulb moment. Saturnine is almost a perfect example of this playing it too safe mentality that GW has. We need to release a new edition of Horus Heresy. What are we going to do? Here's a new kind of Terminator, a new Dreadnought. Like, you might say, aren't Saturnine crazy? No, Saturnine aren't crazy at all. Saturnine aren't crazy even slightly. They're just chunky Terminators. Saturnine Dreadnought, what is it? Just a bigger Dreadnought. The thing that really started getting me interested in Horus Heresy when I started seeing the AdMech stuff. And I was like, they had like the fucking techno fucking thrall zombies, like, and I was like, all right. And I started seeing their vehicles and I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like goofy as fuck. I love it. I think Conflict 47 is looking very fresh and new and interesting and exciting because there's a few areas, there's a few safe areas there, but there's a few fucking like, this is why I think I'm loving the lore so much. Franklin Roosevelt got wheeled into a fucking warp portal and came back as a fucking angel. What? Who the fuck wrote that? That's amazing. Oh shit. The Soviets get their hands on genetic manipulation. What are we going to do? Let's fill our soldiers' blood full of antifreeze. Why the fuck not? See what happens. Give it a fucking go. You know, some of it's similar, but like each faction feels like there's like crazy shit going on with each faction. Are the Green Vault a secret society or are they fucking aliens? A fucking alien from like different dimensions that have now taken over the Axis powers. You know, there's all this like rumors around them. Like, are they a cult? Do they know magic? You know, are they like eating fucking babies? We don't fucking know. But it's fucking crazy. That's my, and yeah, and then you've got 40k and it's like, oh yeah, here's a slightly bigger 8-bound. Here's a slightly bigger Terminator. We gave you a second kind of cavalry for your guard. Woo. So I think that's what 40k needs. I think 11th edition GW needs to fucking bring the edge back. And look, they need to be not so afraid of maybe a bit of public controversy. You know, it's 2025. People actually are kind of looking for that kind of stuff now. It's like, you know, Gene Stealer Cult, get a bunch of fucking IED wearing motherfuckers charging into people blowing themselves up. Is that definitely going to get you some fucking headlines? Yes, it is. You know, you should have like, one of the flawless blades, like part of the armor should be open. There should be like a big just fucking titty hanging out of it. But then like the titty should be like all like fucking scarred up and stuff. Because he's like, oh yeah, I love my, he's like, oh thank you Sonesh for my titty. And then the voice in his head like, yeah, what if you cut it? And he's just like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like he's getting fucked up. Like he's you know, he doesn't know what the fuck he wants. He's like, it's the pain, the sensation. So it's not like, it's not a sexual thing. It's fucked up. Like he's got like, you know, maybe you've got like, you know, he's like cut, you know, they never do that. Oh, we can't have people showing themselves cutting themselves. Yeah, obviously that shit's really bad, but it's fucking Slanesh. Having dudes run, you could have Slaneshi cultists which run across the battlefield and they're just covered in scars on the chests. And people are like, are those battle scars? Like, nope, they did those to themselves. To do anything to try and feel something. They don't run around in armor anymore because if they wear armor, they can't feel the pain. So they're like constantly cutting themselves off the battlefield, shooting, fucking blowing, like fucking shooting themselves in the arm and the foot and everything when they're on off the battlefield. And when they're on the battlefield, they're like running at the enemy. They're like, yeah, fucking shoot me, I need to feel something, shoot me. And you could give them like a 4-up or a 3-up feel no pain, something mental. Fucking Terminator stat line, you know, T5, fucking 3 wounds, 0 armor. Do you know what I mean? Like 7-up armor save, but like a 3-up feel no pain. And it would be different. It's a Marine unit that doesn't have an armor save. It's a Terminator without an armor save, but like the best feel no pain in the game. That's what I'm talking about. But I bet we'll get something like that in fucking Conflict 47. That's what I want from 40k. You can make the rules balanced. You know, we can balance this shit out. You can tweak the points. Keep it competitive. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm totally okay with them making 40k competitive. I'm totally okay with them, you know, doing balance changes. I'm totally okay with them changing the game every like 3 months. You know, I'm okay with that. I like that. But what I need from my 40k is a bit of fucking edge. I need a bit of fucking edge. Push the envelope a little bit, you know? Bring back the fucking over-the-topness. Not just, it's another kind of fucking Marine. It's a slightly different fucking Marine. You know, a bit of fucking oomph, you know? That's what I want. You know, and I want that to be, that's what I want. So that's what I mean, like, 40k is still really good, but we've lost a lot of the excess. 11th edition needs to bring that back in. I truly believe, and I will get back to painting in a moment, we've got a few songs in the queue. I truly believe that GW could bring that back in and still make loads of money off it, because you just bring these things in. Because what do we know about 40k players? If it's competitive, they'll buy it. So GW are like, oh, we don't want to take a risk on these like masochists. The Clarassi Masochiste. Yeah, exactly. We don't want to take a risk on these fucking masochist Marines. What if we make the models really fucking good and make them decently competitive on the tabletop? Boom. Boom. Fucking fly off the shelves. I feel like 40k has lost its mojo. And I think I would like to see 40k regain its mojo. Stop playing it safe. Get a little risque with it. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian Glory Hole, today is your lucky day.